We all have a role to play, and that's it. It gets very technical. It gets very tricky when it comes to what role it is, and what it comes down to what you're doing and how you're making people feel. And we're not even talking about your own happiness, right? I woke up with this on my mind, and it's real. We have our roles to play because as a family person, as a working person, we all have obligations, different responsibilities. There's no question about it. We just have them. You know what I'm saying? And when we look at each other, we should kind of understand that everybody has them and not feel like we're in this fight alone. And that's what helps me remember to keep my sanity, honestly. And all of these roles that we play, we do our part and then we die. And we don't know when, clearly. But we're gonna die. And when we do our part, we should be happy doing our part. We shouldn't be miserable doing our part. Because regardless, we're gonna have to show up and do our part. And like my problem is I don't be wanting to show up and, do my part if it doesn't make me happy. But we have to find the happiness in doing a part of something that doesn't make us happy. Because it's our part. It's our responsibility. What I'm trying to say in this video for real is we have a role and we have our own feelings aside from the role, right? So we have to be able to balance these two things, but you gotta put yourself first. I'm not saying be selfish. I'm not saying fuck your family. I'm not saying none of that. You gotta keep them here and you gotta keep yourself here. But you can't have it like this. You're gonna put other people first. I do it all the time. You're always gonna do that. But there has to be some type of balance because it gets unhealthy really, really quick, honestly. But all of this being said, I feel like the only way that you could truly express yourself is through your art, through what you love to do, your work, whatever it is that you create. You're all creators. Whatever it is that you create, that is how you express yourself. And there's safe spaces for it, but particularly the work is what makes how you feel shine, and other people can understand what it is that you feel and how you're feeling, and they're going to put their own spin to it. But I feel like when you look at what you have created, you look at something that you have done that you love, you admire, you can see, yo, this at this time right here, at this moment, I was going through this. At this moment, this was that. You get what I'm saying? And like, to me, that is really like beautiful. And you could tell somebody, yo, I just got mugged, da da da, it was 10 people that you telling them the whole shit. They're still not gonna understand your experience of you getting mugged. They'll be like, oh really? Oh my god. They're still like, it's cool like that. What else are they gonna say? They can't understand it like you do. So you putting it, what if you made it a movie? What if you made the scene of what happened to you a fucking movie? They're gonna get it. They're gonna be like, oh my god, that's what happened. That's how it happened. They have a better understanding. And the reason I'm smiling like this is because I just figured this out. I'm talking, I just woke up. I wrote this shit down. I went through a little something yesterday. Uh, I'm just seeing things. I'm seeing things, and we are all seeing things. We all see things, and we're just different characters in a big ass movie, right? From my perspective, from my character, I want to talk less. And I love this channel. This is not what I'm talking about. This is my art. So I love this and I pour into this and I feel like a different person when I'm here right now speaking about this. But your art. Your art is how you express yourself. Nobody else is going to see that shit until they see it. I feel like the end goal is to not be a villain. Don't be evil. I won't be a villain. I won't be evil. But I'm going to stay true to what makes me feel good. Because a lot of things make you want to crash out. A lot of things make you want to act up. A lot of things make you not want to be your best self. Because sometimes it's like people are asking for it. Sometimes it's like events, situations are asking for it. They asking for you to get riled up. And you have to choose not doing it. Roles. We have our roles. Do not. I'm saying this to you, but I'm saying this to me. Do not expect anybody to appreciate your role. Do not expect anybody to give you glory for your role. Do not expect it. That, I feel, is human beings' biggest downfall. We do what we do, and then it's like, oh, what? But like we're doing it. Like we're doing it for ourselves. Even if we're doing it for somebody else, don't expect them to come back to you and give you glory and get on their knees. Like no, that's just not what it is. Nobody gives a fuck about how you feel and how you go about your own life. Nobody gives a fuck. The people that do, we appreciate them. The people that do, they show it. Those people exist. Those people exist. You're one of those people. The people that do, you give back to them. And you appreciate how much they show, that they give a fuck. But the reality is, not everybody gives a fuck, bro. So don't expect it. Don't expect them to give a fuck. Don't expect them to, oh, your role is so hard. Nobody gives a fuck. They don't care if you're managing 8, 9 different things. They don't care. Somebody's going to see it, though. Oh, my God. Like, look at him. Like, look at her. She does this, this, this. Appreciate that person for seeing you. Appreciate them for seeing you. For real. There are certain relationships that like to be challenged. They like to be pushed. It depends on what it is you're doing. But some people, as all human beings, are delusional. Some people are very delusional about their reality, their outcome. And you're along the ride. You're seeing the show. And then they talk to you. So sometimes you might want to tell them, well, maybe it's because you do this, da da da. But the answer is not getting to them. It doesn't get to them. They can't hear you. Even though they're listening to you, they can't hear you. My shout out Denver, one of my close friends, my brothers. Something we were speaking about, and he dropped the gem. I always heard it, but a time and a place. Everything has a time and a place, and I needed this to be highlighted for me and my life and where I'm at. A time and a place. There is a time and a place to try to help the people you truly care about, or people, friends, whatever it is, whatever situation you're trying to make better, and they don't want you to make it better. Those situations are the ones you have to really watch. You have to really watch because you're overloading. We overload the love. We overload how we want to help them, and it's doing the opposite. It's hurting them. They're not even hearing you. It's normal. Say you're smartest human being ever. You're smart as fuck. You're giving gems. They're not hearing it because it's common. It's common that you always saying some shit. So you have to space things out and give it to people when they need it. So my shit is, I live in, I've experienced some people that make me want to crash out. I've experienced some people that it's their world, it's their way, there's no other way. We all know somebody like that, right? I know it's not just me. It's their way. They don't see anything else but their way, and they don't take any accountability for it being another way other than their way. But they say they do. They say they're open to change and all that bullshit. But the biggest thing, I saw this shit on a post. Everybody talks. Everybody can talk. Every single person can talk, and it's going to sound, it's going to sound grand. But the real ones act. The real ones do. And when you talk and you do, it's different from just talking. I don't have to explain that. Those people, I'm not challenging them. If I can sense that I've been open about change, I've been open about the right way to go about something, and who says my way is the right way? Only I could say that. A better way. If you see a better way and somebody doesn't want help, even though you know it's the right thing to do and they don't want it, it's up to them to choose that. So if they want to choose the other thing, I'm letting them choose the other thing. I'm letting them run the show in their perfect world. It's their world, their perfect world, and I'm going to let it be exactly how they want it to be. And in my own life, I will not let that fucking upset me. No more. I'm saying I won't let it upset me because the shit has upset me. I won't let that shit upset me no more. And I vow that shit to myself, and I want you to take a vow that you won't let anything that you're trying to make better put you down because of your actual feelings and how you feel about something. Because you're a person too. But we get lost in the bullshit. And it comes back to our roles. I know I'm going on a ride right now. I'm touching on a bunch of points. But another point, because I just had a brain fart. It is not up to people to make you happy. If you are doing your role, and you're doing it and you don't feel fulfilled because nobody appreciates you, you're doing the role, and it's how you feel. What can you do and how do you go about doing the role that makes you feel fulfilled? It's not up to anybody else to come back and report to you to make you, you know, you gotta hear something and now you like, oh yeah, like they make me happy. Fuck all of that. If somebody's making this shit difficult, find the fucking way. I don't know. There's some times where there's no win. You're in a situation, nothing from this is giving me happiness. That's when you know, okay, skedaddle. But there's ones that we have to be in that's in our real lives, like work. You're in a meeting, you don't give a fuck, you have to be there for an hour and 30 minutes. That type of shit. You feel me? You gotta be there. We have our roles to play. That's it. We have our roles to play. When you're playing that fucking role, bro, do not lose yourself. Do not forget that it is you playing the role. All we got is ourselves, bro. All we got is ourselves, and just uncovering the truth to how we really feel about things and get into that root. You get what I'm saying? I love y'all. Our roles are not easy. Our roles are not easy. Doesn't matter what the fuck you're doing. Your role in your family, your role at work, your role as a wife, husband, spouse, whatever it is, your role requires work. It requires a lot of work. And who the fuck are people to make you feel like shit about it? You know what I'm saying? That power is yours. The power is ours. And I'm done with it. I'm done with, you know, trying to step outside of my role. I'm done with it. And not saying step outside my role is and I don't want to do more. I'm always going to do more. We're always going to do more. We're bigger than our role. But it's not up to us to feel like shit because of how things are going in the role that we have to do regardless. We have to do it regardless. Because it's the thing to do, the right thing to do, whatever it is, we have to do it regardless. So, play your fucking role. Make yourself happy, bro. Play your fucking role. Nothing else. Do more. Go above and beyond. But understand that at the end of the day, bro, we're just here to play our role. And die. And die. Can't forget and die. I love y'all. Thank you so much for your time. If you enjoyed this, I got nothing but love for you. If you didn't, I got nothing but love for you. Word. Different cultures wanted me. Price going up, we ain't telling the fee. Hold on, my lawyers get money and leave. Hold on, something is causing my peace.